Hi guys, we're going to do the cameraman's bothering me again. We're finally back to recipes. I've had several people who have asked me about a leave-in conditioner. My hair is a little wild today and it's dry and I got to do a whole bunch of stuff. I got to mud it, I've got to deep condition it, and I also had to make a little bit of leave-in conditioner. So I said I'd film it this time. The leave-in that I'm going to do this time is one that is more geared toward stimulating growth. Let you pan down, cameraman. As we know, conditioners are basically just oil, and we're going to use rice bran oil, and we're going to use jojoba oil as our two oils, because that's all conditioner is oil and water mixed together. We're going to use glycerol stearate. You can also use emulsifying wax if that's what you have, but either one. And we're also going to use some liquids. You can use aloe vera juice. This is infused distilled water, and in the infusion you can kind of see some of the herbs. It smells so good too. You got onion skins. I put marshmallow root in there. You can't see it because I put boiling water in a jar and let it cool slightly and put it in the refrigerator for 2 days. It's got marshmallow root, lavender buds, rosemary, oregano, onion skins, sage, and horsetail. And we'll come back and talk about that a little bit more. But after I drained all of that, it still smells good enough to eat. I have 6 ounces of liquid. I've heated it slightly, but we're going to go back to the stove in just a second. So we're going to get the oil phase ready first. Got our little jars. Also, I got me some new little measuring jars that are heat proof. So, I'm just so excited. We're going to do jojoba oil first, and we're going to do 3 ounces of that. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. 3 ounces of jojoba oil. We're going to pour that in. And for all the ladies who make conditioners and soaps and things like that, mine may not be 100% scientific, but this works for me. We're also going to put an ounce, let me find the ounce mark, 1 ounce of rice bran oil. Rice bran oil is very good to help with prematuring gray hair and helps the hair to stay on the head a little bit longer actually. And this is my new little measuring jar that I also got at the store. I'm so excited about all my little new products. The glycerol stearate, we're going to put, let's see, okay, I put 3 ounces of the jojoba, 1 of the rice bran oil, and we're going to put 1 ounce, which is 2 tablespoons of the glycerol stearate. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 teaspoons, and that's a total of 4. 4 teaspoons is 2 tablespoons. So as a recap, we have 3 ounces of jojoba, I can't talk today again, 1 ounce of rice bran, and 2 tablespoons of glycerol stearate. But like I said, you can also use emulsifying wax if that's what you want to use. I just interchange them, but I'm trying to use up product because it's coming to the end of the year. And we're going to use for the essential oil, rosemary. I put more rosemary, I think, rosemary and sage in the infused portion than I did anything. Well, I should say I put more onion skins. I just love how that onion is good for your hair. But we're going to get this started, and we're going to get our jars. We have our oil. Let me get the jar for the water portion. And we're going to pour 6 ounces of our distilled water in it that has the infusion in it, the herbal infusion. Now, you can use any kind of herbs that you want, anything that you think is beneficial for your hair. You don't have to do anything but the oil and the water if you want to. But because I am doing this for stimulating growth, because I cut my freaking hair so often, I don't know why I do that. Anyway, I'm trying to let it grow back a little bit. I'm trying to let it grow back. So these are the things that I'm wanting. These are the things that I want to stimulate growth. And we're going to go over to the stove with our 2 beakers. We're going to put the oil wax mixture. And you've seen me do this a couple of times. And we're going to put the water mixture here, and we're going to heat them up. Let me find my spoon so you can just stay on the stove. Thank you, sir. We're going to stir that just a little bit. It doesn't take very long for this to melt. And the water portion, which is the infusion, oh man, that smells so good. It's already slightly heated. And then you could whip this by hand if need be, but I'm going to use the immersion mixer. But you do not have to do that. If you don't want to spend your money and buy an immersion mixer, which are $20, I would say average, you could easily do this with whipping it by hand. I do a lot of these mixtures by hand, but I've been at work all day today and I've got to get this done, so I'm going to do it the lazy route. And we'll get this melted, and I'll come back in just a second, so I'm going to pause. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, it only took less than a minute for that glycerol stearate to melt into our oils, all nice and shiny. I tell you, the whole kitchen smells like sage and herbs. I'm loving that smell. And now we're going to make our leave-in conditioner. We're going to start our immersion mixer, and we're going to start slowly pouring the oil in. As you can see, that starts to thicken up really quick. Really quick. See, look at that. See how thick that's getting already? We're going to whip that until it cools down a bit. And if your conditioner is too thick, you can always add more liquid, which I did not tell you at the beginning. If I always have a little extra liquid left over that I save in case the conditioner is too thick. Let's look down in there, cameraman. Look at how thick that is. That is really thick, going to be really, really creamy. I think that's going to work great on the hair. I think that's going to be a little bit too thick for me. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of the infused liquid. Let me turn that off for a second. And we're going to thin that down a bit. Because I want it thick like a cream, but I don't want it too thick. And that's how simple it is to make a leave-in. And then at the end, we will stir in the rosemary oil. Let's see here. That is way thick. Let me see. Where's my spoon? There it is. This is my little mixing spoon. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be nice and creamy, just the way I like it. And let me unplug this, and we'll scrape the rest of it off in just a second. And the little bit of infused liquid that you still have left over, that's going to be an excellent hair rinse. So we'll just save that to the side, and we're going to go over to the table here. Look at how thick that is. How creamy. Look at that. Still real hot, of course. I'm going to stir it a bit to cool it off. And I'm going to put my rosemary oil in it. Let's see how many drops. Come out, rosemary. You know, I'm very impatient with the drops. I think I put about 6 drops in there. But don't quote me. Please don't quote me. And we're going to stir that in, and we're going to put it in our container. Oh man, that smells so good. That smells like something that you could eat. Let me get my container, and I'm going to scoop some of it out, and I'm going to show you. Put a little bit in the container, but I want you to see how that jiggles. See, that's basically just infused water with your oil and your glycerol stearate. So if you are having problems with your hair falling out, you could infuse garlic, onions, even peppers if you want. Put it with your oils and your glycerol stearate or your emulsifying wax, and put exactly what you want in your conditioner. It's all organic. The shelf life, I would say, because I did not put a preservative in this. You could put Optifin or something like that, but I'm not, because I'm kind of heavy-handed with it anyway, and it only takes me less than 10 minutes to make it. Actually, less than 5 minutes to make it. I will use this weekend to do my hair and probably redo twist. It's not so much a twisting butter or anything like that per se. It's a leave-in conditioner that's good for the hair. A little bit of smoothing properties because of the marshmallow and the horsetail. Horsetail, by the way, has really, really good silica, which is good for the strands of the hair. But just a quick and easy way to make something in your house for pennies that's good for your hair. And I think you guys are going to like that. I'm going to let this cool off a bit. And even sometimes I put too much liquid and it will separate a bit the next day. I don't care. Just give it a real good stir. Put it in your pump bottle or put it in your jar, whichever way you want to do it, and you're ready to go. So, bye guys. I'm going to get this all out the jar. Get started on this hair because you know how that is with that detangling. Bye-bye.